All right. So today we're going to look at the listing because list is one of the very important things in our applications. When you're talking about list, you're talking about a group of things that are shared and are separated by using indexes. It's a big variable. That is a variable that keeps more than one value. Let's take simply like that. So how important it is? It's because you use a one difference to access different data by using different index, and index is the position of the item inside the list. Okay, so we're going to look at that today, and we're going to start a new project. We're going to call it list app, and then yep. Okay, so with that started, we are good to go. So what we are going to do here, we are going to create a list, and that list, how is it going to be important? That list is going to be the one that gives us the content to be showing on the page. So think of lists as a group of texts or whatever items that you can access them using the index. Okay, good. So let's say we're going to have a very simple app. We're going to have a simple basic app, and this will be let's see, this will be a blind teaser. Yep, blind teaser. Blind teaser. Okay, blind teaser. So our blind teaser will be having true and false question. True or false? True or false questions. All right, so we have fair question, we have true, we have false. Okay. The question, this will be question number, question, and question. Choice 1, choice 2. Choice 1. Choice 2. Okay, so we have choice 1, choice 2. I let me tab option 2, choice 1, choice 2. Choice 1, choice 2 questions. So these are placeholders until somebody starts the application, then it will be going. All right. So what we're going to put here on the button, we're going to say start, and I think I can add another button. We should do next. I need to make it hard because otherwise I could use condition. I don't want to do that, so I want to make it simple. Not next. Yep. Start button, next button. That's all. We're done. Okay. So, all right. So as at this level, we are now going to make our lists. Our list is going to be as simple as that. So we have the question here. There's a first choice, second choice. Then you choose one choice. Then they mark until you finish the 10 question, and then they give you the 20 marks. It's almost the same thing. We're continuing with what we have. So we need the user input and the button to submit. So mark receives button. Yeah, I can change the look to make them look a little bit better by bringing now layout. I can drag this in there and this in there, and then I can bring also that layout. I can bring start inside there and this inside there, and then I can change these two things to be looking a little bit better. Like that. So okay. So okay, and I can do this one. Good. All right, so we have start next button, and that's so we do that while we are setting our thing. So after setting this layout, as you saw, I have used layout to make it look nice a little bit, not so good, but better. And I can put it in the center to make sure we are looking so beautiful. From there, I can do the last thing that I saw some people are doing, but I will not do it now. All right. When choose a question, choice. Somebody choose from here, and mark, and then boom, they continue. All right. So I can do quick thing like let me send them to the center. Wow. Think that you know good. Yeah. See, that's it. That's beautiful. When I'm starting my letter, can go to blocks. I should wait, you see. I should wait to see my letter landing. So I should wait. Okay. So while waiting, we have looked. This is part of design parts. So you design things that you have already have. Actually, as we looked at before, we said you can't start application that you haven't designed aside. You know, it will start from here, it will go like this, it will go like this. But when you are unrolling it, so you should make sure that you understand that these are the things that I said I will put on now. And the good thing of list, we might not change, we are not going actually to change this screen. We are not going to have 20 screen. No, because we are not changing the screen. We just need content and we continue up to the end. Okay. So as now it's the emulator is on, we can go now to make our plain keys out. So we go to the block. We say we want to use what? Want to use our lists to do the print teaser. I want to go back a little bit to design of this, and I will make it height. But where one, I'll put it to 80, is that too big? Yeah, I think that's the best way. That's the best way. Okay. So we can look at it, it's still having, yeah, it's looking good. It's looking nice. 85. Out. So we'll keep it right there. Okay. So I will give this 20%. Well, yeah, let me give it specific so we don't get all the remaining. So with that, we're ready to go. Okay. So now we have this. This is going to be the only place we are. The rest of the thing will be happening on the other side. So here, first thing, as we are coming to learn about lists, we need to know where is the list. So on the blocks we built in, there is a list here. So here is where we click and we locate make a list. So we click on this one, we grab it. But remember, this alone cannot do anything. As you can see, it depends on something. So this something is called, it should be the variable where it can be keeping its list content and the accessibility of the content itself. So we go to the variable here. We click on initialize global variable. You see, now we are creating a variable which is called range t, and this is the list name or the list variable that is going to keep all this information. Okay. So what are we going to keep here? I'm going to keep texts. Text. So it's a text, and this text, it is going to be on number 1. So the index of brain t as variable here on this list is number 1 going up. So I'll do the duplicate. So I have here another one. If I want to add more list item, I should go back to here and I grab the list item here. So I will need a couple of them. I will need some of them. So let's because remember we have 3 options for brain teaser. So we have So remember, 1 to 3 is for 1 question. 3 item define, actually 4 item define 1 element. How are we going to design that? We are going to say the question here, let's say, routine is run. Okay. And here we can say yes, I agree. Okay, yes, I agree and stay. B, no, I don't agree. These are the multiple choice question, but now we need to provide the answer to the system so that the answer will be comparing between these. What is the real answer? So that is going to go here and we say, what is the answer? Answer is B. We say B. All right. So the 2 are showed and the 3 from here to here are showed. And when the user choose 1, the answer the user will choose will be compared to this option 4. of every question. All right. So we can go here next. Malawi is in northern part of India. Hey, maybe the new way is not, and the answer is B. All right, so we have this simple list here, and this is the first one, and we have set it ready to go. So if this is set, we are now able to go to the next part. So we have these two questions that are going to be done doing the magic in the lists, okay? So now we are going to the hard part. Yes, the hard part. And we have to create another variable. This another variable will be called this course. And then here we're going to go to maths. We take this for 0. It goes to 0. Every time you get it, you get 0, 1, 2, 3, going on. Okay? All right. So next thing, we are now going to the tool. We have buttons. We have mark button. We have start button. Start button, it assists us to initialize all this content to the question. So when the app starts, you will start with without anything. So when somebody clicks start, it will move the data to the areas that are need to be shown, and also and another variable name here, which I will tell you what it is. Let's do it first. So yeah, we have the first variable, we have the start button. And the start button, we say is going to take, when you click start, what it does is going to take a few things. It's going to take a question. It's going to take question, texts, and then you're going to change choice 1 and press B, and we need to have the variable now for index. That's what I was saying. I will tell you when you need it. So index, and you need to have this as we say it starts from index 1. So index 1, and we need to get the index somewhere as we go. So we want to set text for this, and for that. And remember, I say this text has to be coming from the lists. So how are we going to do that? We are going to go to the list bar, and we say index in list theme. We say select list item. We take this one. So this is the one we are going to use. Here we provide a list. Here we provide index. So index, we put it here, and the list we put it here. Okay. We provide a list. Go branch, we provide index here. But now, because this is the list, index is at 1, so it can't go to 2, which is here, until we change the index number. So we're going to do set index here. And what we are going to do, we are going to go to maths, and we go to this plus. So we're going to take get index. So we get the current number, but also we plus 1, right? So when we do that, If it was 1, it will go to 2. So we can also do the same thing here by the select list item, Gobland index, because the index has been up, so it will take yes. And then we do the same things here below by going to get set index, and then we add this thing, because this is to start only, and then we need to have this by going to the lists and select list item, list blah blah, and then we need to get the listings here, and then we need to get the index. So if we do this, it will work for now, but there's no hope of the next part. So that's fine. For this level, it's working. So remember, this is not shown. It's only used by testing and showing the user that, okay, things are not so good. So here we need to jump this so that the next pound, which is coming now here, we are going to grab the button, and when the next button is clicked, it's almost doing the same. It's doing actually exactly the same thing, but it will be having additional one more thing. So first of all, we are adding 2 here. So because if we add 1, it will be to this level. If we add 2, it will reach here. Okay. So when we come here, we are coming with almost this thing. Okay, so we're coming with almost this thing. And then we bring it here. It's the same thing, but there's a little bit one trick that we need to do. Yeah, a little bit one trick that happened is will be awesome. Let's not go ahead of ourselves. So what next button will be doing will be going to the next line. So if we have as many questions as possible, it will be doing that. You see, it will be doing that. That's the button next. But there's one more thing. Before we do that, let's see how it does. So I will remove all the texts in here. I'll move all text in the question so that it will remain without turning run. And the choice to remain blank, and then the text to remain blank. Okay, so until I press the button start, that's where it will start doing the activity. So if I go back to the app now, here you see this is our app. If I press start, shows Putin is from Rwanda. We say yes, I agree. No, I don't agree. Okay, and if I place next, it will take Malawi is in north part of India, maybe, or Norway. It is not. There's a problem. If I click next again, it will crash. That's another topic, but for now it's working. So what we're going to do next is to mark it using the results that are in, but also we'll add more questions and be able to see how it works. Thank you very much. This is from Technolab. It's always a pleasure teaching coding.